Forget Kong. Marvel just activated their real multiversal villain. Azazel's Brimstone Dimension is the secret weapon nobody saw coming. How this demonic mutant connects to Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, and the apocalyptic ending of Avengers 6. Warning: this theory will rewrite how you see the MCU's future. Azazel is one of the most criminally underutilized figures in the vast corridors of Marvel mythology. Unless you're deeply immersed in the comic lore, chances are you've barely scratched the surface of who this eerie, demonic-looking mutant really is. Making his debut in Uncanny X-Men number 428 back in the summer of 2003, Azazel was born from the minds of Chuck Austen and Sean Phillips. And let's just say, this character didn't arrive quietly. He is one of the most mythologically charged, narratively chaotic backstories the X-Men world has ever seen. He isn't just another enhanced human or brooding anti-hero. He's been labeled ancient, a being of infernal presence, and has even at times rivaled Mephisto in power. And if you know Mephisto, that alone should make you nervous. What's even more surreal? Azazel is a father to more than one mutant child, the most infamous being Kiwi Black and, at least until Marvel's 2023 revision, Nightcrawler. That parentage link has long been debated, revised, and flipped, but it's deeply rooted in how twisted and surreal his saga has always been. His on-screen journey began in X-Men, First Class, 2011, played with deadly elegance by Jason Fleming. There, he mostly served as a silent assassin with teleportation abilities and zero exposition. But fast forward to Deadpool and Wolverine, and he's returned, this time portrayed by Eduardo Gago Munoz. Early glimpses suggest something bigger is brewing. And with Avengers, Doomsday looming on the horizon, all signs point to Marvel Studios finally ready to unleash the full potential of this multidimensional menace. What makes Azazel's story so utterly unhinged, in the best way, is how deeply it intertwines with religion, myth, genetics, and dark mutant history. His origin story is unfurled in the infamous The Draco arc, where he's not just painted as a powerful mutant, but as a demonic patriarch of a forgotten race. His name isn't random. It draws from the fallen angel Azazel mentioned in the Book of Enoch. In the comics, he belongs to an ancient faction of mutant demons known as the Nephim, exiled long ago to a hellish dimension by their celestial adversaries, the Chiaraphim, angelic mutants. Trapped in his Brimstone Dimension, Azazel devised a truly nightmarish scheme. He would father children with women on Earth, hoping their inherited connection to his realm would act as living portals, bridges through which he and his legion could return. That plan brings Mystique into the picture. At the time married to Baron Christian Wagner, Mystique is seduced by Azazel, resulting in a complex, morally gray lineage. With the help of destiny, she orchestrates Nightcrawler's birth using Azazel's DNA. After a whirlwind of betrayal and tragedy, including Wagner's death, Azazel vanishes, only to resurface with renewed determination, continuing to sire children for his ultimate goal, dimensional conquest. And while recent retcons have cast doubt over his exact connection to Nightcrawler, the emotional, mythic, and thematic ties remain intact. What makes Azazel more than a one-note villain is the legacy he leaves behind. He's a dark mirror to characters like Mystique, a haunting presence in Nightcrawler's origins, and a symbol of the deep, often uncomfortable fusion of mutant biology and myth. Fox's X-Men universe barely scratched the surface, but now that Marvel has the full rights and a multiversal saga unfolding, they have the chance to finally do justice to the complexity and menace Azazel represents. Imagine the perfect storm, Avengers. Doomsday or Secret Wars drops Azazel into the center of the chaos, and suddenly, he's no longer a background demon, but a key player in the fate of the multiverse. Because here's the thing, both Azazel and Nightcrawler aren't just teleporters. They're not performing parlor tricks. They're traversing realms. Every time Nightcrawler vanishes in that iconic puff of sulfur, he's briefly stepping through Azazel's Brimstone Dimension. That red smoke isn't theatrics, it's the residue of hellish space-time. And Azazel, he doesn't just visit that dimension. He owns it, in a multiversal war, with reality fracturing and timelines collapsing. These powers become more than impressive, they're indispensable. Nightcrawler brings precision, rapid extractions, stealth movement across battlefronts, rescue ops in real time. He can leap into collapsing realities and pull his teammates out before they're consumed. Now pair that with Azazel, a being who can carve dimensional rifts wide enough to transport entire squads, whole armies even. While Kang's tech or Doom's magic tries to dominate space and time, Azazel becomes a wild card, an unpredictable variable capable of throwing off even the most meticulous calculations. Let's also remember that Dr. Doom, especially in the Secret Wars storyline, isn't just a man with a mask. He's a god-tier threat, someone who outmaneuvers cosmic entities and rewrites existence itself. He's the perfect antagonist for this kind of layered assault, and in that kind of war, brute strength isn't enough. You need tacticians. You need anomalies. You need beings who can cheat the rules. That's Azazel and Nightcrawler, mutants whose gifts are tied not to science, but to the raw, bleeding edges of reality. And here's the kicker. Azazel doesn't always stay a villain. His goals may be selfish, even cruel, but doomsday-level threats bend the moral compass. He's the type of character who can strike uneasy alliances. Imagine a scene where Doctor Strange, desperate and cornered, seeks Azazel's help to navigate collapsing pocket realms. Or Scarlet Witch, fueled by chaos magic, reluctantly joining forces with a creature of literal hellfire to restore balance. The tension in those scenes would be palpable. You'd never know when Azazel might betray, when he might help, or when he might sacrifice something just to win a bigger game. And Nightcrawler? He becomes the conscience in that scenario, a hero torn between blood and belief. His presence grounds the narrative emotionally. While Azazel might see opportunities in the breakdown of cosmic order, Kurt Wagner would be the one trying to hold it all together. Not just physically, but morally. Their dynamic could evolve beyond hostility into something far more intriguing. Begrudging respect, clashing ideologies, and perhaps, in fleeting moments, the recognition of family beneath all the fire and fury. Now zoom out and look at the strategic picture. Doom's fortresses scattered across the multiverse. Heroes stranded in dead timelines. Pockets of resistance cut off from each other. While others rely on devices and portals, Azazel and Nightcrawler are the transportation system. Living gateways. Their abilities could shift the tide of war. Teleportation isn't just about getting from point A to B anymore. It's about threading together the scattered remains of an entire reality. That's what makes these two essential. And let's not overlook Marvel's slow burn setup. With Deadpool and Wolverine, they've already signaled Azazel's return. That wasn't just fan service. It was a breadcrumb. With the mutants now in play and multiversal stakes rising, there's no logical reason to sideline someone with this much narrative firepower. Azazel has always thrived in the margins, in shadows, schemes, and subplots. But now, he's poised to step into the spotlight. Because when the universe breaks, when good and evil blur, and when war spans the edges of reality itself, it won't be enough to punch harder. You'll need demons. You'll need saints. You'll need legacy. And Azazel? He is all three. Azazel has always been more than a villain. He's a symbol of everything unpredictable in the Marvel universe. Power, legacy, and chaos wrapped in crimson skin. As Marvel's multiversal saga accelerates toward Doomsday and Secret Wars, there's no better time to unleash characters who defy the limits of space and morality. What do you think? Should Azazel take center stage in the coming battles? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into Marvel's untold legends.